Andrew Golden, Washington Post.
Hey guys, just wanted to just ask overall, what was it like just going through the your first draft together and picking these couple picks? Just for any of you guys, what was this first day like for you guys, and how do you feel about the haul that you guys got today?
It was a blast. Everything came together great. I've worked with Brad for a long time, obviously, and Reed was an important addition to our staff, and it was a seamless transition between the three of us. But really happy to get the players that we did. Excited to continue working through the next couple of days.
Can you just take us through the pick of Seaver King, what you guys liked about him and what he brings to your organization?
I think the common theme for all three of the guys today, they're athletic, toolsy players with positive parts of performance. They always played hard in our views and showed signs of making adjustments as well.
Marcus Zuckerman, MastonSports.com.
Hey guys, good to see you. Seaver told us that he really had no idea you were all that interested in him until shortly before the draft. I'm curious from your perspective, when did he really get onto your radar, and when did you feel like, yeah, he's our guy?
Uh,
Yeah, it's been an extensive process with Seaver and really with all three of these guys. It's been a team effort, start at the area scout level, with our analysts, with player development help. We've been tracking these guys all year. And as Danny mentioned, the tools, different parts of their performance really stood out to us. And up the middle athletic upside players was key. And we feel like we really identified early, stayed on, and we're able to get three of them in the draft.
And I know he played all over the place at Wake this year. Do you view him ultimately as stronger at one spot, or do you think that his ticket to the big leagues could be the fact that he is versatile enough to play multiple positions?
we were fortunate to view a game at shortstop. Some of our special assignment scouts were watching him one night when the regular shortstop had an injury, and they got on the phone and called us and said, "We think he's going to play shortstop tomorrow." And he would be popped in there as quick as we could, and he made a fantastic play at shortstop. That one play convinced us that he was definitely a shortstop long term.
Spencer Nussbaum.
Yeah, guys. With Seaver, the kind of his rapid development, jumping from D2 to D1 and doing that successfully, how much of that is a factor in the pick, knowing that he's able to kind of make that leap? Do you see him kind of making a similar one within the organization?
Yeah, so in terms of what Seaver has done in terms of taking all these leaps, that is one criteria that we always look for, not just obviously with our first pick, but also our top few selections. And again, the underlying theme here is all three of these guys made tremendous strides, from their previous year to their platform year this year. So, we obviously look extensively at their history, take a look at what they need to improve upon. And all three of these guys answered the bell this spring, and we felt really confident and good about our process. And ultimately, we're ecstatic to end up with all three of them at the end of the night.
And yesterday, what was the reaction when you guys learned that you were going to have another pick on day one? And how much, if at all, did that influence the decision making today?
It was awesome. Riz did an amazing job getting the extra resources. He's been a tremendous support through all this, both with his opinions, his weighing in at key times, and definitely that pick increased our haul for sure.
Yeah, Christmas came early.
Jessica Camerato.
Hey guys, thanks for joining tonight. You had just mentioned seeing Seaver play shortstop and making a really incredible play. When he's playing spectacular defense, how would you describe it?
He plays at a speed that very few guys do when he wants to. He's so athletic and capable of just doing mobility and his arm strength and his hands. He's just an incredible athlete. We're happy to have him.
And also, switching gears, what can you tell us about Caleb and Luke?
Caleb is a extremely gifted physically. It's actually kind of funny. We were talking all year long about which guy was more athletic at their position, Loma or Seaver. And they could probably have a good arm wrestling match. They're both very athletic, fast twitch, loose, strong guys. And then obviously Luke is a fine athlete himself.
Andrew Golden.
Your third pick, Luke Dickerson, he played like three sports and seemed like very versatile. How important is it to have a guy, especially in high school, who's played those different sports and maybe has that multi-sport background benefit him as a baseball player now?
Take that one.
Sure. Well, I think one thing is for certain that you talked about obviously how gifted an athlete Luke is, playing hockey, and then also starting his baseball season a little bit later this spring. I think that we're really encouraged, obviously, of how the strides he made on his own while playing another sport. And we're really excited about what his future looks like when he chooses to specialize specifically in baseball just here in the next few weeks.
The other thing I want to ask about too, I know that that Seaver and Caleb both had really strong years in the Cape Cod League. How much does that? I mean, obviously you're taking into account the full scope of what they've done, but how much does that performance there like impact how you guys view them as players, and how does it help you guys in terms of your drafting?
Very positive. We weigh wood bat performance heavily in our overall evaluation, our decision making process.
Mark Zuckerman.
Seaver was telling us about his two-strike approach and, comfortable being able to hit in those kind of situations. Is that, in your experience, uncommon for a player of his age coming out of college? And is that an important skill you think to have as he becomes a pro?
Good.
Yeah, so obviously his two-strike approach really stands out, the high contact rate. I think the one thing obviously with Seaver that we're going to continue to harp on and help him improve upon is his swing decisions and ultimately put him in a position where he can maximize damage within the strike zone. But yes, he's always had the uncanny ability to barrel the baseball, to make contact, and we're really looking forward to having him with our PD folks and getting him going on that track.
And with Loma Vida, I know you're all new in this together this year as a group doing this, but the organization has not really prioritized drafting catchers, at least first and second round over the years. Philosophically, how do you feel like catchers fit into this? And was it just that you like this particular one, or is that a position that you do want to emphasize early in the draft?
We definitely didn't set out to say, oh, we're going to draft catchers. We were happy that a talented one at Loma's level was available at our pick. But yeah, we've definitely had conversations with Eddie Longos, our AGM over at the farm, that it'd be nice to get some more catchers. And so far, we've been able to do that.
Spencer.
Yeah, in the process of scouting Caleb and Luke, I'm curious, outside of the athleticism, what were the characteristics that really popped for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're looking at two guys with offensive profiles who are up the middle players, have high upside, are athletes, and frankly have tremendous makeup. We were able to meet with all three guys at the combine. We were able to speak with all three during the year, and we really felt that we weren't just getting three really good players, we were getting three really good people.
Got you. And with Seaver, I'm curious, how much does the fact that he played for Wake Forest alongside some other top guys in the draft, how much does that actually influence your decision making versus how much you're looking at just him as the individual?
It was definitely beneficial to be able to scout him along with some of his other very good teammates this year. And it's very impressive to transfer schools and get accommodated in a new place, especially such as a high profile program as Wake Forest. So making that adjustment, him being able to do that and blending in was definitely a positive for him.
Jess.
When you were talking about having the chance to talk to these players before drafting them, aside from all the stuff they do on the field, what are some of the personality traits or leadership traits that you look for in a player?
They both played hard every time we watched them. That they're fiery competitors, and their work ethics were very apparent. They were the highest energy guys for their teams that we saw, and then their energy levels were definitely set the tone for the other teammates.
Anything else? Andrew.
Reed, I just wanted to ask you, I know you were a scout with the Nationals way back when, now you're back here in this higher role. What does it mean for you to kind of be back in the organization, and what's it kind of like to be in this new role now?
It was incredible. Danny and Riz had me at hello. So absolutely amazing to kind of cut my teeth and grow up here, to learn from Mike Rizzo and Roy Clark, and then to have Danny and Brad give me this opportunity and trust to come back and to work for, Mike Rizzo again is an absolute dream come true. And to be able to be a part of what I think is a very special class, and a class that we're going to strengthen tomorrow, is just yeah, it's pretty special. So yeah, really a really special day for me.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.